Well, it's Tuesday the 10th of September, and thought it's time that I started to put another vlog together. And I haven't done anything much in the garden since the last vlog because the weather here in County Durham, in Stanley where I live, has been absolutely appalling over the last few days. We've had a lot of rain, we've had a lot of thick fog or mist, and it's been getting extremely cold at nights as well. So hence I've got this microphone with a muff on to try to take some of the wind noise out, because it's very windy here this morning. In fact, I've taken a little bit of video earlier on because I could see a great tit trying to get onto the feeder, and so I'll put a little clip of him in the wind as the feeder was blowing about. I think the cold has just about brought an end to the tomatoes and the stuff in the greenhouse, although there are a few more just ripening, and we'll go in there and have a look at the moment. And I'm still getting some runner beans. How much longer I don't know. And I finished with the plums, and we've really enjoyed the plums for the first time this year. And so I'll just go to the greenhouse, we'll look at the potatoes, and then for the rest of this video, over the last few days I've managed to capture some more on the bird feeders of the various birds, etc. So I'll just have mainly the birds on this video. I did leave the camera out one evening last week. I think it was a Tuesday evening, because I had to go out in the evening, and so when I came back it was dark, and I went into the garden to get the camera, and as I looked at the bottom of the tripod I saw what I thought was a stone which I hadn't noticed before. But when I went down to have a closer look, I discovered that we'd got a hedgehog in the garden. It's the first time I've seen one, and I've noticed since then that he's been in the garden because of the poo that it's leaving on the lawn. So we'll just go quickly and see that we can talk without the wind being too noisy. I've just disturbed some goldfinches off the feeders, and I'll just go down to where the potatoes are that we planted a while back to see that they're doing okay. There's a few more raspberries coming on here, so the potatoes are coming up well. Rhubarb, not worth looking at. The beans are blowing over, as you can see, in the wind, but there are still more beans on them. And I've still got plenty of carrots, and I'm surprised to see that I might get a cabbage, I might get a cauliflower. We'll wait and see. I've just noticed from the other side that there was a strawberry dangling on the back of here somewhere, or I thought I saw one there. And as you can see, the wind has blown the beans over down here as well. And down here. So next year I'll have to make sure that the beans are a lot more stable, tie them to the fence a bit. But there are still beans coming on those, as you can see. So I'll get a few more, and then on here as well you can see still getting beans, but that's if they survive this wind. Some of the roses, more flowers just there. You can just see how windy it is. Just look at the other potatoes over here in the pots. They're doing really well. This one that I mounted right up, you can see they're coming through there again already. And then greenhouse, where it's looking a bit of a sorry state now. As I said, it's getting very cold at nights. It's been down to as low as 5. I think at the moment the temperature is only something like about 12 degrees. So we'll just see what happens in here now. You can still see a cucumber down there. There's a couple forming there, but whether it's going to get too cold for them now, I don't know. So the rest of the video I'll just make up with some bird photography, bird video. Bird feeders have been very busy over this cold spell and wet spell, and so a lot of them visiting, so I'll label them as we go along and speed up some of the video as well. So thank you again for watching my videos and for liking and subscribing. Well, it's the 11th of September now, Wednesday's getting on towards later Wednesday afternoon, and the weather has finally picked up. The sun is shining, still a breeze, but it was very cold first thing this morning. In fact, it dropped to about 5 degrees, and so I have managed to come out this afternoon, and I've managed to get the mower over the lawn and tidied that up, and I'll turn the camera in a moment. I've put away the spa pool, or whatever you want to call it, which has been out for a couple of months, so we've got that space back in the garden as well. Unfortunately, I'm noticing that in this part of the lawn it's going very mossy again, so I'm going to have to try to deal with that somehow. But I'm so pleased with the way that the lawn has turned out, considering what it was like at the beginning of the year. I'm trying to keep the camera low because we've got washing on the line, taking advantage of the breeze and the sunshine. But the lawn is much better than what it was at the beginning of the year, and I will treat it again sometime over the next week or two, and hope to get rid of the moss as well for next year.